I want to ask one final question, which I hope you will all think is reasonable. There's a view often, I think, that up here in the northwest of the borough, we are somewhat neglected, because so much of Camden is such an unusual borough. We have, right down from the King's Cross area, British Museum, British Library, these icons of London, and yet here we are up in West Hampstead and Fortune Green, and I think it can feel a bit remote. And some of you mentioned that in your 3-minute speeches. What I'd like is a really quick, and I mean quick, 30 seconds ideally, from one person from each party, how you will fight for this corner, this literal corner of Camden, whatever party ends up in power in Camden. I'm going to start, I'll go the same order we did last time. Nancy's got her hand up. Very short, Nancy.
Actually, I'll first of all say we actually fought very hard to ensure Cricklewood and the Northwest to remain part of Camden when the commissioners wanted to put it into Barnet for elections. That's it. So I fight for Camden to be part of Cricklewood, to be part of Camden.
Okay, Phil.
Very simple. It's like this. Well, we have plans for 420 new school places. These parties are not delivering any plans for new primary school places whatsoever. That's one of our commitments. Where these parties have brought forward go home bans, we have new home plans. And where these parties have imposed the bedroom tax, we have brought forward, we've frozen your council tax for 4 consecutive years. We're very keen on investing, as I said, in school places, in housing, and in jobs, and we'll deliver that for you hopefully when you elect us on the 22nd of May. Thank you.
Well done, Steve, thank you for voting there. Conservatives, Nick.
This is a great place. Nobody seems to go and pay much attention to Camden, certainly from the centre of the town. I'd like to go and find a way of actually getting people along here a little bit. Look at West Hampstead, look at the fantastic musical heritage it's got. Can't we go and do something to go and celebrate that? Can't we actually go and say something is good about the place as opposed to whinging about it? What I'd like to go and do is actually positively promote the area as a place to come along, for people to come along, for example, on the tourist trail.
I don't know who's whinging. Anyone here whinge about West Hampstead as a place? Yeah, I'm not sure you've judged the mood there.
Well, I think the unique character of any area depends upon the uniqueness of the people who live in the area. When I look at the people who have actually lived in this area, who've been born in this area, who have chosen this area to live in, I'm looking at names like Doris Lessing, the Nobel Prize winner. I'm looking at people like Joan Armour Trading, and I'm looking at Stephen Fry, and all these extraordinary names that are coming out of the media and the television. These are the people who are creating the character of this area, and I think that's an enormous advantage to us.
Thank you. Juan, then Dave, and then I think we're done.
Well, it is in the Green Manifesto that the way the borough is run is not democratic enough, we believe, because it's run as a cabinet-style council, and we believe in the power of committees and building links with the community, whether that's the business community or charities or neighbourhood forums. And that would allow Fortune Green and West Hampstead to build their own identity and to actually have the opportunity to fit in any opportunity or in any process or any new plan that the council may decide to run.
Thank you. And last but definitely not least.
Hi, the only way to fight for the area is to listen to you, to be your voice. Say no to expensive artwork in council offices. Say we want the money. We need this in our area. So that's it. Be your voice. Say no to the cuts to services. Listen to you. Speak up for you.
Thank you very much. And as it's now 9:32, I'm afraid we have to call it a day. Thank you all for coming. A huge thanks to all the council candidates, please. I think it's worth remembering that whether or not you agree with them, they're all willing to give their time up to work for you. I think that's always worth respecting, so I'd like to thank you as well. And thank you all for coming to the first ever local hustings, I think, in the area. And we'll see you again for the general election.